I have my helper with me. He's going to attempt, Wazzy, he's going to try to attempt to get this straight. And I'm going to let him go over it as a DIYer. And we're going to try to figure out how to get it straight. So what's going on is this. What's going on, man? So what's happening with it?
So the oil pressure will keep going down when you drive it.
And it's breaking down. It's still trying to shut off occasionally, right? So what do we do first?
We change it. We got an oil change to see if it's that.
Okay.
And now we're trying to diagnose it. If it's, we'll see what's wrong with it. Then.
Okay, so
we'll go from there.
yeah, so he already said so. We'll get the oil change first because the oil pressure is spiking really high for some weird reason, and I've never seen that, to be honest with you. It's kind of strange. Now could be first thing that could happen when you have a pressure spike is like sludgy oil. Probably a sending unit problem is what I'm thinking. So I'm going to go over where that location is at. First, we're going to read the codes, though. So I'm going to go ahead and read the codes, man, and we'll go from there. Computer plugged up, get the key in the right position. So on this car, we got to put it right up in here, I believe. Yeah, it's right there, easy to access, not like some of these crazy vehicles. I'm going to plug that up, put the key to the on position. Don't start it, just trigger it over. Yeah, I do. You may need that. You can plug that in first if you want. It don't matter when you plug that in. You get it plugged in, turn the key, and then we'll read the codes. We're just using the cheaper scan tool for today. So we got it in the right position, which is the third position, and we're going to attempt to read these codes. I'm going to let Waz up. I'm just going to Waz up. We'll let Waz up do this today. And he's going to do it because he's got to figure out how to diagnose crazy stuff like this, because this is part of being a mechanic. It's not that fun. So no codes, yay. So
okay, that's weird.
Yeah, so we don't have any help. So that's usually what happens when the battery's unhooked. So classic problem when your battery's unhooked, we have 0 codes. So no codes. So you know what? That's not really going to help us a lot, but you can do this. Let's start it up. Let's start the truck up, and I'm going to show you. So this is a Zurich scan tool. You can get this from AutoZone. I mean, not AutoZone. Sorry, Harbor Freight. Sorry, AutoZone. But yeah, Harbor Freight. So we're going to go here and hit live data. Push the live data button. We're going to read this data, right? And see if the oil pressure is matching our problems, right? So basically you hit this button and you scroll down with this. And you just read through the data. Now, most people don't know what live data means, so I'm going to help go over it real quick in case you've never paid attention to how to use lab data and read it off of just a basic mid-grade scan tool this is. So go back to number 1. We'll go over everything real quick, how to understand. So now really what you want to go to do here when you read live data, go back to the top one.
This is the top.
Yeah, it's number 2, so right there is number 1. Okay, so we got the fuel system right. Clear. See, look, it's not working. No fuel right now because you get what I'm saying? So he's not giving it gas. Under live data, you need to read this at a certain amount of RPMs, which I'm going to go over in a second. We'll go over each one of these. Calculator load. This is 2% because we're not really moving it. We're not pulling anything. There's no load on the vehicle. This is ECT. This is engine temperature, which is very important. 185, which is fine. That's fine for now. If your engine gets hot, this will rise. Okay. These are the short-term fuel trims for bank 1. Lean fuel trims. So, long fuel trims. And then we keep going down. You can read all these fuel trims. I'm trying to zoom in the camera so you can see it. So anyway. Yeah, so basically go through everything. So the MAP is manifold absolute pressure is what that stands for. I'll go get it in a moment. Vehicle speed, of course, we're not moving. That's fine. So spark advance. You can check out that, see if your vehicle is not running right. That could have an issue. But usually that's not going to be the case. You'll know it right away. IAT. Go down a little bit more. Master flow. Now, this is reading in pounds a minute, which is kind of odd. I don't like when it does that. But I don't think you can change it on this. It may still do right. Do me a favor. Go ahead. I want you to idle this up and hold it at 2,500 RPMs. We're going to idle it up, and he's going to hold it at 2,500 RPMs. Hold it steady. This is how you want to read live data. Very important. So if that holds at 25 RPMs, unfortunately we can't get that to read other than pounds per minute right now. I don't know why this computer does this on some vehicles, but I can't do the math right now in my head. If I had a calculator, I could tell you what that meant. It should be right about 8 on most vehicles at a throttle, but not pounds, so I can't do the math. So what you're gonna do is, as you hold it steady, you're gonna scroll down, check your throttle position sensors, or to check all your other data as you're reading it. It's very important to do this. So short-term fuel trim. See that correction? We have a small correction on the bank 1 sensor 1 fuel trim. that kind of leads us to more or less think that we could have a problem with that sensor or the wiring to that sensor for the oil pressure. That's another reason why oil pressure gauge is shooting up through the roof like that. See that? So that sensor's faulty. What it does if the sensor's faulty on these Chevys and stuff, it sends a signal to the fuel pump. Hence the vehicle cutting off and all that. So it could just be an inaccurate reading. I don't believe our oil pressure is that high. It doesn't make any sense to be that high. The vehicle runs pretty good overall. I mean, we just got the oil change, so we roll out sludgy oil that can make oil pressure go high. More likely it's a bad sensor. I'm going to go over that here in a minute. So let's finish reading the data first. So right here. So right here, short-term. So even on bank 2, we have a little bit of an issue with short-term fuel trim. So that's not a big deal. You got a little bit more. It's not a huge variation.
What is it?
Luxury poop box asked me what my dream car was. You know, I don't really have a dream car. I'll be honest with you. I like a lot of cars. So I would probably say if I had to pick one, probably a Bentley. You know, I'm sorry to say it, but Bentley is now made by not a great manufacturer. So anyway, our temperature, we're gonna monitor that for a little while. Make sure we're not overheating. We're at 196, which is fine. Make sure the thermostat and all the regulating stuff looks good. Yeah, so that, just go over that. You kind of know how to read the graphs. Now, if you let off of this, let me show you. If you let off the gas, this will fluctuate quite a bit. So now we're using different fuel trims. You see how right now we have the oil pressure just dove back down, but it's still too high. So I'll show you where to go here in a minute. You just keep scanning down. See, that all looks pretty good, honestly. See that right there? I don't know what the heck. Sorry, you know what? I read that wrong a second. I meant to say manifold absolute pressure should be around this. I load it up again. 2,500. Hold at 25. That should be right. Hold at 25. Hold as steady as you can. You get it up there. Right there. Yeah, should be around 8, 7, 8. See that? So it means that is working like it should perfectly. Nothing wrong with that. And that's manifold absolute pressure. So I screwed it up a second. That's my fault. Now, I meant to say manifold absolute pressure instead of MAF, but right here, master flow, that's fine. Maybe want to clean it up a little bit, but nothing I see that stands out. You know, it's correction though. So we got good voltage. This correction a little bit here, and a little bit up bank 2. So we're not getting enough oil, probably because of the oil pressure sending unit, I'm thinking. So what we could do more than anything is let this run for a little while. But we don't want to let this dude get hot. So we'll go back here. We're going to do an enhanced scan on this Chevy. Do this. Right now, enhanced scanning, and look what we have. The coolant temperature insufficient for closed loop fuel control. Boom. What did I just say too? The sensor was bad. It would affect this, right? So it would affect that. So that's exactly what it said. So give me a second here. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that bad boy so I don't forget it later. But yeah, that's exactly what I said. And that's because I think what's going on is this. The sensor for the oil pressure sending unit going bad. Coolant thermostat. So we may have a stuck thermostat. Keep an eye out for this. Or it could have just been it hasn't ran for a while and thermostat hasn't opened. So it just says not passed. Very important to pay attention to that. Not passed. This could be fault. Note codes that don't mean anything right now. This car just needs to cycle. It has not cycled yet. It has not ran long enough to cycle. So right now, before we do anything else in this vehicle, we're going to let this vehicle cycle. Then we're going to clear these codes and we're going to read it again. But you see, 1 of 29, that's pretty insane. What's going on? All these codes have not passed. See that? That means they have not completed the drive cycle. Does that make sense? Because the system hasn't opened, hasn't closed. This is not really anything to worry about. I would just disregard a lot of this information right now. It's still good to have it, but it's really going to be irrelevant, I think, to the testing of the vehicle. So, yeah, these are all related to like, has not basically ran the test. See, it has not been a system purge. It hasn't done the purge yet for this vehicle, not yet. Now, I can activate these with my other vehicle. Now, that's a little worrisome. See that? Once again, it hasn't passed yet, but it may pass here momentarily, right? That's what I was confused about earlier. So a lot of times what happens too, I'll be honest, with these Chevys, they fucking want to act crazy. I don't know why. But the battery's low. Remember this light came on earlier, it was like not doing right? Because the battery was just got hooked back up. So until the battery starts to regulate itself and these systems pass, it's going to act crazy for no reason. So a lot of these codes could just be discarded. What I'm going to do is this. We're doing A&J smooth. What's up? Let me go here. All right, so we got here. We'll go to now. I'm going to wipe these. You know why? Because they're not going to matter no well. Right? I don't recommend you doing this unless you're a trained mechanic and you plan on fixing something. Here we go. Still hasn't passed yet. So now we could have a problem, like I said, with another module here. A lot of times we got to shut the vehicle off to get it to pass. What I'm going to have you do real quick is take your foot off the gas for a second. I'm going to bring it back down to idle and see how it does. Oil pressure went down. So clearly we don't have that high oil pressure, dude. This car would be blown up by now, right? So we only have a sensor problem, right? So we have one way to check that sensor. We're going to let it idle, actually. Come over here with me. We're going to check this sensor real quick. Got to get this top off. I think it's a 8mm maybe on this guy here. Yeah, it's an 8, I believe. You got it, 8? Awesome. Good job. Got to go there, and we'll get the top off here first. We're going to unplug the oil pressure sending unit, right? And like I said, it could be nothing wrong with anything right now. It could just be that it hasn't had a long enough time. Well, more likely, see all these leaves? I bet you a squirrel could have got back there and maybe chewed up that sensor, possibly even, or something worse. Definitely could be the case. You want to screw him out the rest of the way with your fingers, or you might come out of there. I'm gonna grab my light right above your head. Good thing you're a little bit shorter than me. It's the light right under the fan. All right, right back here is your sensor. I think I see it right there, actually. And you get it, kind of lift up, pull the whole thing up gently, and make it catch back there. So when it's loose, tell me, I'll grab it with my flashlight, and we'll grab it and stick it on there, onto the end. All right, okay.
I don't think it will come out. Just keep
Yeah, I got it. You got it? Actually, no, don't come out. Just pull the whole thing off. Yeah, that's fine. So anyway, got that off. There we go. Yes, sir. 4-ring 88P 5.3 liter. You know a little about these engines. We have very high oil pressure. What do you think the culprit is? We're about to pinpoint it, I think, now. So if you can help out with that, that'd be awesome. Anybody can help out? More than happy to help you help. All right, right here we have our oil pressure sending unit back in this hole way back here somewhere. Top of this valve cover. Now, I'm trying to find the exact location. I may need a step stool. I'm kind of short. But it's up in here around this back side, right? So we're going to probably go get my little step stool. And I'm going to do it that way. We'll just let it idle because we need this to get up to temp anyway, right? It can't hurt. The air filter's clean. We had them check that. We got to make sure this cycles. So what we're going to do too. So any basic steps. So what's the next thing you need to make sure you do? You're checking out a vehicle for a customer that they just purchased, so they're trying to get running. You need to make sure it's cycling, right? So how do you check for cycling? All right, so I'm going to show you. Be very careful when you do this. Show them how to check. Very important on any vehicle. Check to see if this engine is cycling properly through the cooling system. So we can check for thermostat cycle, water pump cycle. So you hear some noise. Oops. I do hear some noise down here. Sorry. Hear that noise? Let's see what's that noise. Yeah, so anyway, over here, look at your valve sides are rotating, right? See how the noise is coming from there? I don't think it is. If you look over here, it could be coming from one of the pulleys very well. Hard to say. Hear a little bit of noise, but the main thing is this. You want to check your hoses for operating temperature. So you want to touch here. Kind of warm, right? So your other hose should be hot too. Now don't stick your hand down there yet. I'll give you a little heads up. So what we need to do is check that other hose, right? Now it may not have opened yet. There's only one way to check these hoses. So on this car, it's not actually on the sides, they're over here. There's really no way to get your hand down there, but you can wiggle it through there maybe.
This one?
Yeah, be careful with the fan. Make sure you don't hit the fan and stick your hand on there and touch that. Is it warm yet? It's still cool.
It's colder than this one.
It's cool, right?
Yeah, it's colder than this one.
That means the thermostat hasn't opened yet. So when that thermostat opens, that'll get hot. So you can take your hand off for now. So that's the number one way to check a thermostat. If it's the thermostat's failed, check your hoses.
See?
Yeah, that's how you know. But not always how. Right now, that right there. Sorry, can't see nothing. There's light right in your face. That's right here. It's that bottom radiator hose. So what happens is, if this bottom radiator hose is cold, right? And the top radiator hose is hot. What does that mean? Thermostat has not opened up. So a thermostat has to open and contract like this. If it don't open up to go through that system, it's going to make that hose hot. Hence, hoses blowing off, pressure buildup, all that good stuff. Now, a failing thermostat can do all that. Now, you can buy something called a fail-safe thermostat. a lot of vehicles. I got it on, you know, Toyota, different vehicles I purchased them on. My magnet not working today. It's kind of crazy. Anyway, you get those fail-safe thermostats. They work great. Because what a fail-safe thermostat does essentially is it makes it not, it sticks open to a constant cycle, which is a good thing, not closed. So, does his like to warp, making you lose compression? I got it. Oh yeah. So, with my question to you is this: high oil pressure though, not low. We're very high. Let me show you what I mean. Whenever I give gas too, so it's running fine right now, right? So hear me out. Runs fine. Watch. There even no engine lights because when I give this thing gas, the way that's kicking up, that's a faulty reading to me. This is not a proper reading from that oil pressure sending unit. What that will also do is shut down the gas to this vehicle, cause other problems. I'm idling this vehicle right now. It's running smooth as can be. In my opinion, there's no way this thing can have any type of warp head or anything like that. Now you could be right. I don't know. Right now, what I'm seeing, we're fine. If I give it more gas, check it out. Right now, I'm idling about 3,500. Look at that thing, maxing out. So, I mean, see that? And idle back down pretty good. It's like the longer it's running, too, seems to be improving a little bit. I know one thing, oil pressure should not be spiking that high. If oil pressure goes up that high, usually means you're full of motor oil. You know, and you're stuffed full of motor oil. We just had the oil change. That's why I did that first. So, junky oil can do it, or the oil pressure sending unit, so which is back there, and we got to find the exact location. You don't happen to know where that location is, do you? 4-ring. I know it's right back here somewhere. Tucked on the top of the cylinder head, right up over here. By the firewall, kind of a tight area. You see a little sensor plug back here anywhere? Very hard to see. It's back in here somewhere. I don't know. Google it, but yeah, it's back in that behind that wall over there somewhere. Let me go check the other side. yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, you see what I'm saying? Ring AP. So fast it kicked up. So that's got to be a fake reading. It's got to be like a wiring connection problem. So what we need to do is we need to get the sensor and unplug it. Problem is we need to look at the exact sensor location. And I don't have an exact diagram. I'm about to pull it up on my computer. But yeah, until we can rotate the actual diagram of where that sensor's at, which maybe you found one here. So the oil pressure, I think the sensor is faulty. It also would deregulate the fuel pressure because it doesn't realize it needs to adjust properly. Hence stalling out, hence everything this truck's doing. So that's all it is. This could be a really, really, really simple fix. How you doing?
Hello.
How was your trip? Good? That's good. All right, can't play that. Look. So what we're doing now is, see if we can pull up a diagram. I can look it up on my computer real quick. You know what, let's look it up at the computer actually. Give me that VIN, take a picture of the VIN and bring it over here. I'm gonna plug it right into my computer real quick. Take a picture of the VIN for me on that door. I'm gonna put it in here. We're gonna put the VIN into my computer right now. Put it into the database. I'm gonna get it into here, okay? So here we go, put the VIN in. And we'll put it in up here for now. And we'll go from there. I'm gonna try to get this VIN, get it figured out with the VIN number, of course. So when you got the VIN, read it to me. I'll put it in here, and we'll get the diagram pulled up for the oil pressure sensor. What's the VIN number? You got the VIN number?
It's chosen here.
No, I take a picture off the door.
Isn't it right here?
No, I need a VIN number. Let me see that real quick. I'm gonna look it up on my computer. Yeah, but I can't really tell that. That may be it. Yeah. I'm gonna look it up in here. It's easier. Just give me a picture of that VIN number. We're gonna look it up real quick. We can show you guys exactly where it's at, the location. Behind the manifold near the firewall. Yeah, I was looking back there. I didn't see one that stood out to me. I was looking back there. I couldn't see it visually. I might have to get my ladder out, you know. But I want to show you guys on the computer. I think it'll be a little more visually helpful. The computer breaks it down a little bit better. It don't take a second to pull it up right here. It'll be a big help. Let you guys see exactly what's happening. How's everybody doing today?
It's a VIN number, right?
What's up, Sodium Revival? Amon's videos are good or fun, but bad joke. Hey, it doesn't have to be good. You don't have to be good at what you do.
2GG.
Have a good video. Two what?
GC.
Okay.
BK.
BK?
EK.
EK?
EK. 19. T.
T?
Yep. 21. 12. 84. 076.
Alright, so if you don't have one of these computers, you're going to have it. Not the easiest time doing this, but I do, so we might as well use it, right? Alright, part of that band's not right. 2GCEK. What am I missing?
19.
2GCEK 19T2 1128.
4076.
One more. I'm missing a letter or number or something. Is it 02?
Huh? No, it's a 4076.
407. I know that. Well, what is different than that than this?
It is that one, the last part.
What?
It's not a. It's T.
Tell me what it
It's
is.
0706. This one is 4076.
Let me see. 84076. 84. Okay, no zero right there is what I'm asking. I got it. That's it. We add one extra zero. Okay, there we go. Now I'm gonna pull up this vehicle here. Yeah, I just took the covers off. I'm gonna go back over there in 1 second. So just check on here. I want to get an exact diagram. So what's that? The temp sensor? Oil pressure sensor unit? And also too, this also helps pull up different tests, right? Like different issues with different vehicles that have had a similar problem. So it's kind of helpful, honestly. Look at it right here. So select the highest ampere scale component. Switch. Battery ready. Battery. Look at that. All these battery fixes. So the battery was just dead on this car, and that could definitely be the issue. So like I was saying, the battery sometimes makes the oil pressure act crazy, right? Anyway, check with the customer and determine the fuel tank, highest octane fuel, oil pressure sensor. Right here we got one. Oil pressure gauge erratic and often stays at 80 psi. All the other gauges are okay. Check the resistance at the engine oil pressure sensor. Should have at least approximately 1 ohm. Okay, the value is up. Okay, anyway, failed engine oil pressure. There's a lot of these on here. Oil pressure sending switch. Y'all see that? There's tons of them all over the place right here on the search scale. So, and if you look at it, we get on here. It'll tell me the exact location right here. That's oil pressure drops. All right, right here. We're gonna go here. Oil pressure switch, right? Component location, right? Right here, and there it is. Look right here. That's where we're at. You see that? And there we go. So if you look at it, engine oil pressure switch, engine block. So right here, engine block, oil pressure switch, 1 and 2. Not the best picture, I'll be honest with you, but now it says left side of the engine components. Let me just go in here. We'll go to a better picture maybe. So this had a repair and calibration. So let's just so right here, it's right there. We're not gonna remove it. We're just gonna unplug it, right? So upper intake manifolds. So we click on this first. This first issue we gotta go from right here. So we already pulled this off. So underneath this metal plate. See that? That's why we can't see it, right? It's right here. See that? Removal procedures. Do you see this metal plate right here? Mm-hmm. You gotta pull that plate off. It looks like, and it's right up underneath that plate, I believe. Let's make sure the engine slide shield bolt. Remove the engine shield from the now to unplug it. We may not have to. Removal of the engine shield retainer is required. Disconnect the cruise control cable clips. So see here, we may not have to do that. Disconnect the cable. So can we unplug it? That's the question I'm trying to figure out. Let me see if we can unplug the damn room. Let's see. Where's the plug out? Should be able to reach it to unplug it, I believe. Let's see. It's right up here, right there, towards the front. If you look at the front of the engine, it's right up here on the front, right there. Actually, is where it's saying it's at. So. All right, so it says it's right up there in the front. So we got the cover off. I don't know. We don't think we have to pull the actual valve cover off or anything, do we? It should be right up here in the front, I believe. Let's see. It should be right here visible. I think I see it back there. Maybe give me a ladder real quick. Let's see. Give me a ladder, a step stool. You see over here. Where is that guy at? So go over here. Get my step stool. A step stool out of the car. Step stool. Little step stool in the truck. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stand. I'm not that tall yet. Wish it was a little bit taller. It was a shot taller on my stool. My little step stool right here. Let's go. grab that light for me too. I got it. We're gonna get a step stool out. This is for smaller size mechanics like myself. Let's see here. If we can find that engine cover. All right, so here we go. Let's see. Maybe it's down here further. Could that be it? Maybe. I don't think it's down this one. I think from the diagram I saw, that ain't it. Could be the plug to it though, right here. I think that's the manifold absolute pressure sensor plug. What was that little piece? A piece of something flew in there? Anyways, let's find that daggone sensor. Where is it at? We gotta take this off, I believe, my man. It's gonna be underneath here. See it right here? We gotta get it off. Let's get these tabs off first. I need a tab tool to pull these loose. I got it. I got that one off right here. And I got this one over here too. Get these loose, and we're gonna need up, don't lose him. He fell on the car. That's where it went. We gotta put these back on. But right now we're gonna take this cover off. Yeah, I need 10 millimeter. Probably open that side door and give me a wrench, maybe. It'd be easier here. So we lost one of our tabs down here. I saw where it went though. I think it's gonna be up underneath there, maybe, guys. That tab went right down there. I seen it. We'll get it a moment. There it is. See it right there, Haddon? Ha ha. Found it. There it is. Got a hat from me. See that? No way, Jose. Give me that. Hang on, dang on it. Can't quite reach it. I got the tab we lost. Yeah, I got it. I got it, man. You want me to get it? I already got it by then. Yeah, hold that. You want to go take them off? Oh, you get up there and take them off. I'm gonna have you do it. All right, so I'm gonna let Wazzy take them off. Let's see if we can find that sensor here. We'll attempt to unplug it. See what happens. Here's a really famous engine. Fables and tales, no worries. I appreciate you tuning in, and we're gonna try to attempt to. Not gonna fit, is it? That's why I said a wrench. We're gonna let you figure out, Wazzy. Time is money, baby. All right, so he's go get a wrench now. I told him the first time, not a ratchet, but he's learning. It's gonna take some time, you know. He's doing a really good job, actually. So we're gonna get that off, and hopefully we can pinpoint it. But you know, I'm thinking that's it, honestly, maybe. You think this could be it, guys? Thinking that could be it. You can feel it. It's kind of making a sticky sound, honestly. It's loose. You know what, man? Never mind. I think I found it. What do you think? Is this it? I think this is it right here. I think I've just been overlooking it the whole damn time. Now, that does feel funny, and it's making a funny feeling, too. Like, I've never... That feeling just doesn't seem right to me. I can't be 100% certain, but... Never mind, man. I think I found it. Let's go look at this image again and tell me if that looks familiar to you. I think that is it right there. I believe so. So, if I'm correct, yeah, that would be it. I got it. I already found it. It's right here. Yeah, so that is it, right? She's got the little tab there right to the front. Now, I could be wrong, but I believe I'm right, because that would be the shield back here, right? And that connecting, that would be it right here, right? So that is the case. It's right up on it. If you look at the direction of it, it would be directly right underneath. Almost right by the bolt, where the bolt goes. Hang on a second here. Hang on, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Make sure I'm not wrong about this. So if you look at it right there, if you look at it, right here we got, that's where the bolt goes into the stupid cover. Never mind, we get it. That ain't the right one. That's right here. All right, let's try this again. Here we go here. So here we go. There it is. Upper intake manifold shield. Yeah, so that's not it. Clean the area around the sensor for removal. We're just unplugging it simply. That's all. Okay, so this is right down here. right there. That is up and around the side, actually. I can't really tell what's that. Don't know. What side does it say it's on? Does it say the size at all anywhere? Move the engine oil shield. Engine sight shield. Upper intake manifold. Sound now? We good? Can y'all hear me? I hate it when it does. We good now? Thank you. Thank you, Jay. I owe you one, man. This, I don't know why. Every time somebody calls, it jams up my phone. It does that. Sorry about that. If you, so we still good because I did that a few times to try to reset it. You know, it's crazy. But I appreciate you letting me know, buddy. Appreciate it. So tell me some stuff y'all want to see. We're going to find the sensor. Other side, I believe. Other side. Well, right over here now. Got the light. Where's the big light at? So right down here, I believe. We're putting a ground wire right up in this area, I believe. Where's my big light at? Right here. Here it is. Right here. You need a light. You need a light. You see right? Take a peek down here. All right. So remember the ground cable we saw, right? It'll be up here, I believe.
Is that it right there?
Yeah, I think it is it. Wazzy found it. We found it, Waz. Here's that, man. Go out there before you drop it in the car. Is that it? Make sure that's it. Unplug it. Double check your picture and verify that. Where's the ground wire? You see in the picture, right? Is that it, though? That very well is that sensor. I didn't realize it was that far down on this car, but it is. Man, see the power steering fluid? Is that the oil pressure sensor? Does that look right to you?
That's it.
You sure? All right, well, good job. All right, so what we're going to do next. Okay. So what I want you to do now. All right, so here we go, unplug this guy. And this will tell us what's going on. Ready? You got a clip, you got to undo the clip. Hold on. You know, undo that clip down here first. Can't really see the clip where I'm at. Is the clip back here or no?
Yeah,
Ow! God dang it, that's hot. Watch your finger now, bro. Very hot. You may have to let me get it. Give me a second. So I want you to monitor the oil pressure when I unplug it. So, yeah, just hang tight a second. So I don't want to take it off while it's running at all. Not while it's running. All right, so let me see real quick. I'll get it. I'll melt your finger. I'm gonna have to just be able to see. You got to get the clip out. You don't want to break them. It really won't work then. Oh, the wires look good. A clip like that. Okay. I couldn't see the clip from where I was at. You see the clip? Let me show you the clip. The clip looks like this. Got a little funny little tab piece on it. So what we need is a little pick tool. You can get one of those if you want, but really, just hold that. I can get it with my finger. I've done enough of these clips to know what to do on this guy. All right, thanks, Jay. Appreciate that. It never sucks. It never fun. You can't hear it, and I don't even know you can't hear it. It's kind of really annoying. Here we go. And it just popped out of there. See how I did that? Kind of pulled the clip back, and hopefully that's oil pressure sensor. We'll inspect the wires on it. Inspect the wires. Make sure we look good. Let's loosen the wiring. Check the inside, not corroded, right? Looks good. Now, we're going to unplug it. And let's see what happens here. Let's see if the truck actually, how the truck will run, or if it will run. Maybe it'll run, maybe it won't. Let's see. I don't like that at all. I don't think that was it. I think that was it. What's smoking?
From the guy. See that?
From the where?
From the back.
Yeah, because it doesn't know how to regulate the gas is all. And I just started it. But it's running, right? I don't think it's the oil pressure sensor, man. I don't think so. I can't be because it's still working. That's probably the cylinder block temperature sensor, which is not bad. And what we can do is get my scan tool. We'll plug up our scan tool to see which sensor we just unplugged. Because that ain't it. That ain't it, brother. I knew it weren't. I just wanted to show you what happens when you plug the wrong sensor. Well, some stuff you can unplug. It's a disastrous mistake. Where? Gotta hold the light so I can see where I'm plugging at. Oh, right here. I can't see. Okay, so anyway, that's not the right sensor. So, lesson learned. Can't do that. Plug the wrong sensor. You have major issues sometimes. So, you got to make sure. Why'd you think that was it? It's up here. Up along this back side of the wall, or up here, where it's supposed to be at. So, anyway, go get our diagnostic code and tell me what. We should have a new DTC. I'm gonna figure out what that sensor is right now. That's what you do. Whenever you do something like that, you need to figure out what it is. I think that could be it still right here. I really do. So we can unplug this guy. All right. You look where that hooks to. That's probably the EGR sensor. I'm thinking maybe, but I don't know. See, I work on so many different vehicles. I don't know 100% all the time where every sensor is. I think that's it, honestly. But you know, I know your manifold absolute pressure is back here, and maybe underneath this guy. You want to go ahead and just finish taking that off all the way? I'm gonna be able to look underneath there. That's just a weird deal. Like, it's got to be towards the back of this block. Actually, towards the back here, I believe so. Probably in the back, way back here, hidden somewhere. Yeah. I just can't get to it to see it. It's on the driver's side. So anybody else know where the oil pressure sensor is at? That'd be great to know if you know. I don't have trouble locating on this car right now. All right, here I can see this ground strap. You know what it is? I bet you it's way on back there tucked in, man. I bet you everything is way back and tucked into the car. I already think I know where it's at. Way on back here. I get back here, better view. Way back in the back of this car back here. I can't get the damn camera back there. Way back down there, but a ground strap. I bet you everything is back in the back. You know it's got to be back there, probably. We go up here, we got another one. Ah, I think I found it, man. Right down there. I think it's there, right in the hand, right in the back. Yeah, right there. You take it off a little more room, but right back there, I think is where it's at. Yep, it's got to be it. That's got to be it. Y'all see what I'm talking about back there? Pretty sure that's it. I'm just taking one of the image also, and that would make the most sense. So that is going to be the oil pressure sensor. Where's that scan tool at?
I put it in the seat.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and finish getting that top off on me. Yeah, I'm going to get that sensor off in a second. That's got to be the tool, though. I mean, that's got to be it. I want to see which one I did unplug. Just for shit and giggles, right? Anyway, let's see what we unplug. So, it should pop up as a code, right? So we unplugged it. Probably the cylinder head temperature sensor. That's what I was thinking it was. I just did it. Yeah, it's a good learning perspective here. And plus, the good news is when you unplug it, now you get to know what it is usually. Yep, engine coolant temperature sensor. High voltage because it came unplugged. So that's your engine coolant temperature sensor. Basically, engine head temperature sensor. Yeah, that was your engine temperature sensor.
What's the engine temperature?
Engine head coolant temperature sensor. You have two of them. That's the one that controls the actual engine coolant temperature sensor. I figured that's what it was.
So sometimes that goes bad too.
That's it. Well, that's different though. But yeah, but that's not the right sensor. That's how we know. You know why? It's a good thing to learn here. So what happened is, so a little learning step. You see what happens when we unplugged it?
PCT sensor, yeah.
That's why we have a code for that now, right? We have a code for that. High voltage means it's either got a broken wire or it's unplugged. That's what high voltage means. So usually, or it's broke. That'll also give you high voltage or circuit or different codes. Right now, I erased that code, so we got it plugged back in. Now we need to get the other one off, which is in the very back here, like I thought it was to begin with. So if you look at the diagram and you look back there too, there's also a ground wire, right? And right on back here, the one on top, I can already tell you. This is your manifold absolute pressure sensor. I know that. We're working on these guys. That is not it, but it's one right back here. Can you see that one back there? Very hard to reach. You actually have to turn off the truck to even get to it. If I get my camera back there, you can get a better view. You see the one way back in there plugged in? If I can get it back in there a little bit. You may not be able to reach it. That's the problem. See if I can reach it back there with this light. I'll show you guys, but on the camera. Maybe to see it. That's going to be your engine temperature sensor. Right back there by that ground wire, I believe. Oh, you see anything on my phone, maybe. You see it back there on my phone? Right down there in the hole. See it right there? Way down the hole. See it? Way down there, I believe is going to be it. See if I can rest it in there. That's going to be the sensor right down in there. Almost 100%. Anyway, is it messed up looking? Did you look screwed up? Does it? I can't tell. I can't tell by looking. I can't see the phone. Can you see it? Does it look screwed up?
Yeah, it's kind of messed up.
Think you can get it unplugged? Yeah. You can reach your hand there and get to it. Alright. Try to unplug it. Just don't break the wires off when you try. You go try to get down there and unplug it. Can you reach in there or no? Think you can get it unplugged? It's gonna be a little hot, so you be careful. You think it's broken or some wires can be shorted out. I think that's the problem back there. Can't get it. Maybe a little hard to get. Is it hot? Maybe you have to get a little pick tool if you got to. Maybe to get my hand down there. I don't think I can get my hand in there though. Let me try the other side over here. Maybe I can't even get to it. Maybe. That's got to be the sensor though. I got a feeling. Right here. Let's see if I can get my hand down in there and get to it myself. There's another one there. I think I may be able to reach it. That's just a funny looking sensor is all that is. You don't think there's no way you're getting this guy up out of here. It's kind of definitely damaged looking. There's no way to grab it. Sorry, I'm really pushing at a funny angle here. Well, I think the bitch broke. I think it broke it off. I think it broke right off of there.
Got it?
I believe it just broke off. If you look at that, that's the problem. Shut the truck off. Shut the truck off. Shut the truck off. Quick, shut the truck off. That right there is the problem. That just literally fell out of the hole. You see that shit? That is crazy. Is oil flying out of here yet or what? It wasn't plugged in, bro, I don't think. I mean, they don't come out of there. Look at that. It just came right loose. That should be down in the engine. Look at it. It's all fucking melted, I believe. Is that melted up? All right, we can't even try to get off and examine this sensor right here. The hell just happened? I literally went to pull it off, and it just was hanging there. I think it blew out on this guy a long time ago. He probably couldn't figure out what it was, and was like, screw the truck, and sold it, and that's what happens. Ow, it's hot. So if he got it, this man got a good deal on this truck. Just because this was unplugged, he couldn't figure out the problem. So anyways, there we go. That is your actual ACT. Sorry, but ow, it's hot. All right, we're going to get this plug up out the way so we don't unplug either. Damn it, get that out of my way. Is it melted? You can put it right there. It may be fine. Hang on to that. It'll let it fall. All right, I'm going to grab that plug. I don't want the plug to lose. There we go. Anyway, that's the plug to it. Let me check the plugs out as well. Plug looks okay. Shoot. Sorry, I can't do both of them. That plug looks fine, so we'll tuck it right here for now. And let me see that guy. That looks crazy looking thing ever. I think it was just hanging out there. And no way it could have just came out of there. Like, oh, wow. Oh, yeah. Bingo.
Is that the other side?
Yeah, bro. Shine a light on there.
That should be the other side that's plugged.
It goes in, bro. That's what I'm saying. It was dangling. This right here. Right here. Pretty sure is your issue. This is the engine control temperature. We're about to find out in a second. But if I just found that problem, just by simple diagnostics, this thing is melted and it's shot. It's not even in the hole. How it came out, I don't know. I don't know how this just fell off in my hand. Did it break? Did it come loose? Was it already? It looks like to me it's melted, doesn't it?
Yeah. It does.
Now, could it have broken maybe off the other part of the sensor? Possibly, but I can't see the other part of the sensor. That's the only problem. Turn the light in. You get a better look at this guy real quick. Make sure it just didn't break like that. Melted. That's even a better idea, but I can't see the other end of it. That's the problem. I don't want to see. Put my hand on there and just try to feel around. It should be something that holds it in there. What's weird, nothing's coming out, squirting out there, right? I think the thing's sheared off somehow and broke. Which could cause all these problems also. Well, there's a little connector tab down there. But that's not for the sensor, I don't believe. All kinds of stuff. I just can't see. There's another tab. There's shit all back here. Let me get my hand right there. It's hot and dirty. Look at that. It's crazy. Anyway, I need to see what another one of these new looks like to be able to tell. Well, I believe that's melted and snapped and burning. Hold that light for me. Hold on. Shine it in there. Let me see if it's melted. You think that just broke loose when I was unplugging it? Maybe from the heat it just snapped, or you think it? Look up a new one of these online. I want to see a picture of one of those. That's what I need to see next. All right, let's see if we can start it. Oh, damn, the heck out of my hand did back there. I know that. Be careful. That's what I want you to do, bro. And there we go. Check out the oil pressure now. The oil pressure, definitely it, bro. Oil pressure now is maxed out. You see that? Oil pressure is no longer working, so that is the problem. Now, it should have a bolt that holds it in. Look how much better this truck is running already, bro. You see that? How much better this truck's running already. I mean, is it not running 100 times better already? I'll cut the heck out of my hand on it. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, that's why I want you to go back there. But that is it, man. I guarantee you. Look at that. That's not fun. I sacrificed myself for you, bro.
It's like that.
Yeah, so that's probably what we need. So you tell us.
The other side is gone.
Yeah, so the top did probably break. Either way, we can still get it out of there. You just have to turn it. So the other side goes in, that goes down, and when it unplugged, it's probably broken already, melted.
Yeah,
so when unplugged, I just got to get this piece out. I just got to get down there, get that piece out. Probably have to use a certain socket or ratchet to get it out with. And that'll be a wrap on that one. But yeah, I see if we had any more codes. Want to read the codes again? This is unplugged. It'll definitely pop up. We'll try to get a new sensor on here. And that fixes it. Boom. We figured that part out. That was a major fix. Not even triggering it yet. That's what's so crazy. But you can tell right now, it's definitely it. I don't know why it's not triggering the code. It's over here, but check it out. And that's why I started leaking oil. That's why I said, shut it off real quick. I thought, well, maybe coming out, but the sensor just snapped in half. But you can tell the sensor's hot and it's melted, you know. Yeah. It was definitely hot. I didn't push it on that hard, but it did break. This was probably shorted out.
It was probably loose and it was
short. Exactly, making a short space. You can tell it is definitely melted and screwed up. Like I said, when I was trying to get the thing loose, it literally just came loose by itself and fell off. It was probably dangling around. The guy probably didn't know. Probably sold the truck because he couldn't figure out what the hell was going on with the damn thing. And this right here caused all the problems. We'll take this thing for a drive. It already sounds like it's rattling 100 times better, dude. It's crazy. It really is. So I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna finish cleaning this up. Take it for a little test spin. Get it all. We can leave all that sitting over there for now. But yeah, I mean, it sounds 100 times better. So what this is doing is adjusting. This starts to fail. You got high oil pressure. It adjusts the gas. That's why you're trying to shut you down and power you off. So it's like trying to shut you down. You keep stalling out. But right now, it sounds like a monster truck, dude. Let's see. No more stalling out. That's pretty crazy, huh? I'll give it a good rev. Take it around the block too, but as far as I'm concerned, this truck is getting some gas now. That's probably getting too much gas. And you see the oil pressure? See over here? It's not plugged up anymore, right? So of course it's not going to work. How much is that sensor, by the way? Because we need one.
What do you mean?
Like 50, 60 bucks. How much for this? We get this as oil pressure sensor. We'll come back.
And out of it is 21.
Yeah, pretty cheap, right? Yeah. Hopefully that's always putting the sensor on. Boom. Truck's like brand new. Sounds 100 times better. We're still going to take it for a quick test drive. But yeah, maybe all we need. So if you're having a problem with high oil pressure on these guys, yeah, I mean, that's kind of how you have to do diagnostics. That's why I wanted him to get a chance to do it. He's never got to really do it much. But his Z71 especially, high oil pressure, Silverado, Chevrolet, Silverado 1500, a Z71 right here, okay? It's got the regular 5.3 classic motor on all these vehicles. Oil pressure sending unit. I found that weight on the hole over there. Like I said, it's not bad. It's probably a 17 or 18 or 19 millimeter, sorry, 19 millimeter socket down there. Thinking, you gotta turn the socket out, you pluck it on out of there, do one in, clip it in, boom. This truck should hopefully run perfectly after that. You know, it shouldn't be any issues. So we're gonna see what happens. Other than that, though, every time right now, we don't even have any engine lights on. So if you're in a pinch, you can probably just unplug those guys. It was making the vehicle shut down before. Right now, I mean, it fires up every time. It runs like a new truck. That's kind of crazy. I think we just figured out the major problem there was. If so, we just probably helped save this guy a ton of money and get himself a nice truck because somebody couldn't find that sensor. So hopefully this is the case. And we're going to shut this cover for now. I'm going to wash my hands off. I'm going to take it for a quick test drive. You want to, I'm going to wash my hands real quick. I'll be right back. Hang tight. And then we're just going to zip it around the block. You want to go ahead and just organize, just kind of put everything back, organize the way you went crazy back there. Yeah. Looking for the wrench. Yep. Oh man, I didn't know what you were doing. You were up here for like an hour. Oh yeah, we need that mirror when we come back too. Good you grab that mirror. That mirror's gonna help. You just slide it back. You gotta be perfect. I'm just moving it. We're not done working yet, so I'm gonna go wrench this off my hands. I got old gobs up on me and my fingernails. I hate that feeling. I don't mind it. I hate the fingernail feeling. Thank you, Jay, for telling me the sound wasn't working. That was a big, huge help because I was sitting here. Nobody could hear not saying anything. Problem is, I don't want to know what the hell I'm talking about or doing. It does it all the time. People call. Appreciate it though. I'm gonna go wash my hands off, get my cuts washed out mainly. That's not the fun part. All right, I'm gonna rest you guys over here while I wash my hands in my nice little sink over here. My favorite little hand washing sink. So I'll put you up here maybe. Can y'all sit up here while I wash my hands? Cool. All right. Go for a drive in the truck with me. It's cool. Wash my hands off. It kind of burns a little bit. It's not that bad as it looks. It's kind of irritating me, you know. I have it a lot. You work on cars, I have it all the damn time. Too much. It really does. Just too much. Orange cleaner, must have. Just work on cars. Got like 6 tubs of that stuff. Whew, that burns. A little bit, not bad. Anyway, so always use, I'm going to tell you a hand washing secret for working on cars. Always use orange cleaner. And then, a nice high concentrated 99% grease soap. Usually has little duckies on the back getting scrubbed off. The Dawn, that stuff works great. Must have the oil duckies on there or it does not work good. Then you're wasting your time. And also too, get yourself a cheap little brush. Yeah, I'm expecting all you guys here to be top tier mobile mechanics one day. And our goal is to shut down all these big shops that charge us a lot of money with BS. You know, we're going to shut them all out of business. That's what I'm going to do. We've already started, baby. Video coming up. Make sure you check it out. How to be a 5-star mobile mechanic. Yeah, believe it or not, I am. 4.9, but whatever. And have all the reviews that aren't 5 stars. They're fake reviews, what I'm used to. I kind of like it, though. It makes you look more authentic. I don't even know half the people that left it than 1 stars. There are the people that call you all the time on the phone that are like, oh, yeah. Your business listing isn't on Google, right? Your business listing isn't on Google. Well, guess what? It is on Google, and these people are crazy, and they're con artists. So don't ever answer their phone calls. If they say that to you, Hang on. It's a scam. I promise you. Your business listing is on Google already. Promise. You know how I know? We actually did a little investigation into it. And found out. Yep. Anyway, so wash your hands off. We go for a quick ride. We'll see how the truck responds. So the old pressure sensor being unplugged, it can't go far. We don't have on there. We don't have a proper stickers and stuff. Yeah, so I can't go so far, but I can at least get around the block, you know, real quick to see if it picks up speed. We don't have too many tops that are too nuts right around here. I don't think, but you never know. Most of them are okay. I don't, yeah. Not the good people most of the time. They just got a job to do. You got the few bad ones, but always. A lot of them are just bad, too. Like anything else. You got a good mechanic, got the bad mechanic. You get to pick what you want. Deal with. If you don't want to deal with cops, don't get in trouble, right? Yeah, unfortunately, it's not the only time you got to deal with them. It's pretty crazy. Anyway, my hands are nice and clean now. I don't need to get them so clean, but enough to get that out of my hand because it was burning. So much better that looks already. Need to get it washed out of there. I don't like to leave that grit in my hand. Give me 1 second. We don't have a towel in here, do we? Yeah, we do. Yeah. That's awesome. Awesome. Thank you, honey. Thank you, honey. Nice clean towel. Nice clean towel. I love clean towels. Wash my hands with. Yeah, your car is coming up here. And my car, and my motorcycle, and my inspection, and your inspection. Yeah, I get behind. I can never get nothing done. So, anyways, ready for a test drive. What do you think? Now, the only problem here, the second I move that truck to test drive it, we're gonna lose this. We're gonna lose what I got going on here. I probably feel it. So sorry guys, if I lose you, this is it. But I hope you like the video. If I lose you, if you want to go for the test spin with me, you can. Hopefully it works. Well, we'll see. If I lose you, see you next time. If you learn something, I'm gonna try to spin it around. The second I plug you up this car sometime. Now, I'm just moving this out the way so we can get the truck around the block, okay? Come right back and we're gonna get that sensor. See if John Roth has that, okay? All right, give me 1 second. Yeah, he's gonna get that. He's a good kid. All right, hang tight. Hopefully I don't lose you guys. If I car, I'll be crazy. I had no codes on it either because it was sitting for so long. Noticed that for a long time and could not fix it. They kept trying, right? And they couldn't fix it. That happens a lot. Bear with me 1 second here. Oh man, on top of that, my battery's dying too. So to get it around the block. Can you hear me? Let me know. Let me know. How's that? We back? One more time. I'll try one. Are we good? Hopefully we are. Hopefully we are. If we're not, let me know. I'm gonna take it for a quick spin. Tell me if you can hear me. Can you hear me? Somebody respond if you can. If you can't, sorry. But 19 people are watching, so I'm assuming you guys can hear me. Or you're tired of hearing me, one of the two. You probably got me on mute anyway. That could happen. Wanna hop in, brother? Tell me what you. We're not going that far with it, is all. We'll take it around the block real quick, is all. See what she does. Is it? Hey, we're not going far. We're not going to the store. No, we'll see. So the low pressure gauge now is all the way up. Sensor is unplugged, of course. We're going to see how it feels going around the block and on a short trip, of course. Oh, we didn't like that. You hear that? It sounded weird, didn't it? You hear a little pop there? Like pop. You hear that pop sound? I think it could be the brakes acting crazy. We're about to find out, though. Either way, let's see now. I'm going to go see the gears, how it reacts. It should be an unplugged is on. Don't want to go far like this at all, of course. I don't even know how it's going to react. See if it runs any better. I won't jinx it yet. These Chevys are going to be weird. It may just choke out any second. Once we get going, we'll see. So right now, we're kind of unregulating the gas. The gas is just doing its own thing. Let's see. Oh, you hear that little clicking sound? Did you hear that again? That was the brakes. We were doing it earlier, weren't it? This thing click back there. Can you hear that? I think it's the brakes he was doing earlier, though. Doing that noise earlier, too. You know, he hasn't got a parking brake. It probably got corroded and blown up on the car.
John has it for $67.99.
It's a lot better, don't it? More power to it. Look, quick. Feels good now. I think that was it. I do.
It's a 2001 Chevrolet.
I don't gotta go too far.
Okay, it's a Silverado, 1500 4x4, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna look it up with the VIN in a second. If you just put the VIN in, it'll tell you. So, either way, I think we're feeling a whole lot better. I didn't know that much for school. I want to go. That's the brakes making all that noise back there. You hear them clicking and popping? That's the brakes. I want to take it around one more time and come back down here just to verify it helped. Hopefully it does. We'll check it out. And the brakes are making a crazy noise back there. I know that. But yeah, I mean, overall, it feels like it's running really good now, don't it? Feel more power, more pickup, all that good stuff, it feels like to me. See if it'll stop, not try to stall. It just was a little rough. I mean, it's not in, so it's definitely ain't gonna regulate when it's not in there. But so we can get this around the block real quick. I just want to get it up a little faster. It's hard to tell when you're at a certain speed. Just make sure there's not another issue going on. Feels like it's not trying to shift gears like it should. Yeah, it's a little bit of a hard shift. Yeah. I don't want to drive too far, I guess. I'm going to turn around right here, actually. I don't want to chance it by going too far. That's never a good thing to do. I need to do a tight turn with this truck anyway, see what it does. Make it tight turn here. Oh, it's a tight turn, and I made it. All right, let's see. They're voting right there right now. There's too many pieces to be screwing around with the truck with no inspection. It's dirty. I can't see nothing out the damn windows either. Definitely still feels a little funny, but it feels better, so. We'll get it back and get this sensor on. I think it's the first start we need to do. And try to, maybe we'll do a part 2 of how to remove the sensor, you know. Or I may wait actually to do the sensor. Because it may not help to do it today. I think there's something else could be going on with it as well. Because it's definitely fighting me to want to go. Even still. But like I said, it's not supposed to be ran a long time with that oil pressure sensor in. Definitely be another problem happening here. But we do know this. Oil pressure sensor was bad. It literally disintegrated and broke off. It was melting and fell off of my hand. I didn't even pull it. Like I said, talking about, I was just trying to wiggle it loose, and the whole thing came off in my hand. This thing's trying to shut off on me now. We got to get it back quick. You know, like no oil pressure sensor running. We got to get it back to the house. I'm struggling here. Take our time with it when we make it alive. Oh man, this is gonna be a close call here, bro. You want to film the action from your point of view? POV perspective as we break down on the way back to my house. I think this thing could be kicking the bucket. Oil pressure sensor might have nipped it in the bud. We got one more hill to make, man. This is gonna be a close call. It's right by the cop's house. So we really don't want to break down right here. You know what I'm saying? Right by the cop's house.
Oh shit. I gotta push now, bro. You want me to push?
Yeah, start pushing. Start pushing quick. You know, start pushing. Alright, give me a push. Once we get going, maybe I'll get hope. Yeah, you gotta give me a good push. We don't got far to go. Yeah, you got it? Let's go. Yeah, let's go. I'll put in drive. Kick. You gotta push on the back, bro. Push on the back. There we go. We got it moving now. We're gonna go a little bit here. If I can get it going, we'll be good. We gotta get a little further. That's so crazy. That's great. Just hang tight. Just walk beside me. Shut the door. Shut the door. All right, we got enough steam and get up the hill. We'll be okay. Oh no. Oh no, we broke down. Yeah, I think we're supposed to drive without the oil pressure sensor. That was another thing. I probably should not have tried to feel like a big dummy. Probably not a good idea. I keep enough speed though, I can get up this hill. Come on. Oh, we're going again. We got enough speed to get back to my house. Woo! We made it. Wazzy, this is a man. We made it back. You know what? I don't think you're supposed to drive without that in, but it's okay. We need to test it. Get a good test. Wow. Woo! Close call. Right in front of the cop's house. We don't want to break down there, you know. It's never a good spot. Driving a truck, no inspection sticker on it. I mean, that could have got ugly right there. Oh, thanks, man. I knew you needed a little nudge. Just needed a little nudge, bro. That's it. A little bit of love. Yeah, I don't think we're supposed to actually drive it with the oil pressure sensor off, but it ain't gonna hurt nothing. So, we definitely, I think that's a major issue. It could be another issue also. But good thing we didn't take it on the road.
Yep.
I told you, I said, I think it's a good idea. But overall, we do know that's oil pressure sensor. We're going to start there. They're cheap. Pop one on cheap. It'll take care of it. God, we didn't break down. That was the only thing I was really that concerned about. It's clearly got some other issues. It almost felt like then it didn't want to go into gear. And like I said, that could be related because we got the sensor unplugged. It probably finally realized, you know what, let's put the computer on. It probably finally realized that that sensor is not plugged in. I bet you everything. All right, so we'll shut that off for the time being. Let me read real quick what it says real quick. One more time down here. That was bad. I almost got stuck in the middle of the road. Right up the hill, too. What's funny is once you started pushing me, it started catching again. So maybe a transmission problem. You know, I'm kind of leaning that way, too. We'll read it goes. Possibly transmission issue. Don't know. That was funny. Don't even try to hop back in. My light came on the dashboard. Oh, so that light, security light, keeps popping on there. But yeah, I don't know what that is, man. That was kind of crazy, wasn't it? We broke right down the middle of the road. Still no codes, though. I mean, nothing yet. I'll get my other computer out. Definitely know we need an oil pressure sensor. I don't think technically I'm supposed to be driving around without the oil pressure sensor on. Probably threw off the transmission ratios and all that. But, you know, the other one is broken. Now it's broken to begin with. It was just kind of hanging there is what it was. It was loose and dry rot. Hopefully that's all it is. The lights off. Shut the lights off all the way right here on the side. Right there. So the good news is we made it back. Is it off? Okay, cool. All right. You got the key to it? Okay. I guess we can try to get the oil pressure sensor out. But all right, probably go work on that, guys. I'm gonna wrap this up. Enough entertainment for the day. Thank God you were with me. I would have been sucky. I can't push in drive. One thing about good thing about having a helper, you can at least give me a nudge. Oh, you got to give me a little nudge in the rear, and we went moving real quick, right? Yep. And then I kind of took over too, and it let me actually kind of, I think, move, which is weird. What makes me nervous about this truck is this. So what would make you nervous about the truck other than driving with no oil pressure sensor isn't good?
It's a four-wheel drive.
Yeah, but what else do you think could be happening here? Because, I mean, clearly it kind of is like it's hanging in gears. I think its transmission could be bad on this truck. I think it is. Usually when people give you, like I tell people, nothing in life is free. Somebody gives you a truck, you got problems. And that problem was my hand, too. That's not nice. I'm not going to scratch my hand like that. It's a couple of scratches, but they're kind of deep, too. That's going to suck. Anyway, ow. Neosporin on there later. But, yeah, I think what's going on in the transmission. Got a problem with it. Because the fluid, A, is really red. I mean, somebody's been trying to fix the fluid. Because these things last forever. These engines do last forever. And usually what happens is the transmission fluid could go first. So I'm thinking the transmission fluid is bad. Or, like I said, I'm about to check right now on my computer. If the unplugged oil pressure sensor may affect how the gears change, too. I don't know how that works. It probably put me into a limp mode. I think it might have did. It might have. I didn't have any codes, though. That's what's so weird. Anybody else that knows anything about these vehicles, drop it in the comments. Let me know. I'm going to go ahead. I'll do a second part when I access the oil pressure sensor. I can get it out of there. We got to let it cool down anyway. I can't stick my hand back there today. Try to get it out. Melt my finger. So we'll set up a time to get to the oil pressure sensor. Yeah, and that's where the light that came on, Jay. There was really no light. The only light came on is just that security light. You got that key one more time? I'm going to show them what everything looks like one more time. We got no codes. I'm going to get the nice computer out later, of course. We know we got to put the oil pressure sensor in. We got the oil change. And you can see it's that. Right there, it definitely was it. That's why this is maximum oil pressure. So it was unplugged, but it was already bouncing up way high earlier. So what other cause could be high oil pressure? I don't know. Change engine oil. That keeps popping on again too, which is so odd. Probably due to me. I didn't see that a second ago, Jay. Sorry about that. I didn't see that. That's probably due to that being unplugged, right? That would make you think how oil pressure maybe, right? It just went off. You see? Watch when I give it gas, it probably pop back on. So it's more likely just a false. A lot of times you'll get these lights, they're called secondary light. So due to the oil pressure sensor being unplugged, seeing it bouncing out of whack, it's probably thinking, hey, you need to change oil. But no, it would do the same thing if you have, there it goes again. So that same spot as the security light, that's why I confuse it too. See that? Same spot. So it would then again make you think you have a bad clogged oil or dirty oil. It would pretty much send it the same signal. You see that? So change engine oil is coming on. Like I said, correlation between this. So this light pretty much, is due to this being unplugged. Making that sensor, the oil pressure sending sensor. That right there, just disregard for now. and it should go off, which it did. So, like I said, overall, it feels better at idle. Now, that's not the problem. The problem is when we're driving. That's when the problems happen. I think what it could be doing is getting hung in a gear, and that would also correlate to the vehicle shutting off and all that, because there's no other reason this oil, you know, for the transmission fluid earlier looks so red. Whenever you see stuff like that, you got to think, hey, you know, why does this old vehicle have a bright, fresh red transmission fluid, right? I can tell you one reason why is because the last person serviced it probably, trying to fix it, and they saw Matt that day, and they're like, oh, he wants my truck. Great, man, you can have my truck. Yeah, it's a great truck. Engine runs good. These engines will last 500,000 miles. Transmissions don't last that long. So he got himself a truck that needs a transmission. I can almost 1,000% bet you that. So what I'm going to do is put a freeze on this, repair until I talk to the customer, let them know more than likely that transmission is compromised, in my opinion. But, you know, I can't really know until I can get the truck to go all the way. And even with, like we were doing earlier, it was going all the way, but that transmission, when it's getting hung like that, will shut you off because it doesn't realize you're in the correct gear. You know what I'm saying? Actually, on the same customer's car, he had a 2018 Dodge Grand Caravan, and I had to fix his, it was a solenoid in his transmission. And every time he come to a stop, the car would shut off randomly. That's because they didn't realize he was in the park position. And I fixed the solenoid, he hasn't done it since. I just fixed it all. And I was able to get into the side of that Dodge, get into the solenoid, pull the cover up the transmission. There's a solenoid pack. I just did the one solenoid for the shift solenoid, gear shift solenoid. The video on my channel on that, actually. And it fixed the problem. Boom, no problem. No more shutting off. But this could be doing the same thing. It's getting hung. Doesn't realize it's going down into park, neutral. Same thing, solenoid pack. I bet you everything. Solenoid pack on this guy. Failing. They're internal. I don't think they're serviceable. They may be. I can look it up. But as of right now, this is where we're at. So appreciate y'all tuning in. Yeah, so I did, Jay, the battery. It's a brand new battery. And it had the battery image first. Yes, sir. And then before the security light came back on. Yes, so anytime you stick the key in, right, turn it forward, you get the battery image. That's just normal. That's what it's supposed to do. And when you crank it, well, it goes battery, and then it goes security light. And when you crank it, it then goes to the engine oil because my sensor is unplugged. Then it should go away. So if it does that same process, it's fine. Nothing wrong with the battery. It's a brand new battery. Everything's plugged in. And we just checked it. Like I said, it may have a charging issue maybe going on. I don't think so. Haven't got to run it long enough, but you know, it's cycled by now, I believe. Let's see. Did we check? There's one thing we haven't done is check the advanced codes yet, and I believe the advanced codes would have passed by now. But I'm gonna get my other scanner on there anyway. Or like I said, I want to do that real quick before I leave you guys. Anyway, I want you to see what I'm talking about here. So, like, look right here, Jay. Look, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Right here, we got security blanket, right? All right, check the key in like that. Like that. Turn forward. Then your battery light comes on. That's all normal. Let it wait for a second. Now, the battery light should go off. Even though I'm sitting here, it may stay on. I don't remember. Yeah. So there you go. It goes off, and now right to change oil. You see that? This is how you basically you can do the diagnostic yourself at home. But that is on because of that being unplugged. The oil pressure sending unit. So anyway, that stays on. You start it up. Battery flicks on for a second, which is kind of odd. Maybe there is a charging issue possibly going on with the alternator, who knows? Or pulley getting locked up possibly causing it, but you know, I don't necessarily know. That right there is the main concern. It's not staying illuminated, you know, while we're driving. Even the change oil goes out. So I don't know, I'll look into it though. Maybe some type of underlying issue, but I don't think so. Same way, key out, key in, battery on. Battery off. Flashes once to engine oil, showing you the code you have. Let's see if it does it again. There you go. And then that should now go off as well here momentarily. And I'm going to read now just to make sure we have any other DTCs on here. That should kick off. You may have to start the vehicle actually to get that code to go off because, oh, you don't. So that's weird though. That battery light did come back and flash. They may just flash through and cycle on this vehicle. I'm not 100%. I'll double check that. I'll fact check myself on this. But I think it's just to let you know, hey, you've got your keys in here. Don't leave them in on the on position or you'll have a dead battery. That's why they do that. It's just like an older style of warning system, what it is. So anyway, yeah, because it makes sense, right? You will kill your battery if you leave the key forward. So that's make a lot of sense why that would be on. So it just lets you know not to leave the key in that position. I've seen it before in these vehicles. Yeah, the lights all off and everything. Not a bad little truck. All the lights work, everything. So let me see what this computer says. I'm just pulling it up right now. Reading the computer one last time before I go. Hope y'all like this video. Haven't, make sure you like, subscribe, and check out some of my other videos. If you drive, I probably got your vehicle on my channel. I bet you. Live stream or elsewhere. I might. Let's see here. All right, so we got no regular DTCs, none. See that? Nothing on the regular ones. Let's go to, where to go to? Enhanced, right? Enhanced. We'll click enhanced. And my vehicle, yes it is. Let's see what we got there. Flip it around so you can see. Yeah, that's a lot of codes, but I don't think, like I said, I don't think they've actually had enough time yet. I'm gonna do some research on these cars. I don't know enough about these older Chevys yet. I'll be honest with you. That's a lot of codes that they just haven't been cycled. It doesn't say permanent. It doesn't say pending. The main thing you need to worry about when you're doing this is going to be the global. That's just your basic generic codes. And right now, which is insane, we don't even have the code. Yeah, we don't. Yeah. So Jay, you have to think about it like this. When you see all those, those codes just mean since the battery was hooked up, this vehicle hasn't been cycled, it hasn't been driven enough to pass the test. That's all. And it has nothing to do with whether the vehicle's bad or not. That makes sense.
Yep.
So on these older vehicles, you have to go through a drive cycle basically. Once it gets the temperature and you drive it and you get on the instant, it'll slowly, it won't be, see, it doesn't say failed, it just says, it says stored, or no, it doesn't say stored, it just says, basically not present, or not, test hasn't been performed, or whatever. So right now we're good. We're in the yellow. Sensors unplugged. Who knows what's going on there? We'll give it one more crank. You can check out everything on the dash. Like I said, everything else looks okay. I mean, it's just that's up to the top because we definitely got the right sensor for this car, this truck, sorry. And you see, is this like right now? We got nothing with that going on because it's running. Just seeing it. Didn't that battery light kick on a second ago for some odd reason? I thought it did. Maybe it did not. I don't. See if I can hold it idle. I'll read the live data one more time too. I want to see one thing I haven't done real quick before I go. Let's read this live data on here. Check out the short-term fuel trim. You see that? The correction went away. Remember the negative correction we had?
Yep. It's -2.
And remember how it was before? So, and see, we're at the right MAP. We're not negative anymore, so it did fix the fuel problem. Now, that doesn't mean the transmission's any good, right? Definitely not. But we don't have that negative fuel trim. Right there, -0.8, that's fine. There it did a little bit for a second. But it went back. And that probably because it takes a second to update my screen, that's all. Alright, so back at idle and see where we're at. I don't want to run it too long, like I said, like this. It's not good for it. I can't see. There we go. So it will, these computers aren't 100% accurate. They're going to pop around, jump around a little bit sometimes. But I think it's all related to the transmission, honestly. But, it may work perfect. We make it hit this oil pressure switch on here. It may work fine. I'm going to talk to the customer. We'll see what he wants to do. Go from there. No engine lights on the computer, which is crazy. So I unplugged the damn sensor. Maybe because the other one's slender. It's not plugged in. Maybe it's somehow still reading. It's just weird. I would definitely throw a code. So anyway, we're gone. Peace. Smash that like. I'll see you next time. Yeah, Jay, pretty interesting, huh? We almost broke down. That would have been cool. That was the first. If you weren't with me, I wouldn't have done that, by the way. I knew I had a little nudge. Dan the man. What's up, Dan? He said W. Oh, W. All right, 1,500 is what we got to do. So hopefully we can figure this out. Here. I think it's transmission. What do you think? You said the oil pressure sensor was like $25.
It's at the job. It's because that was a different one.